Hello, it's sunny and I feel like doing a pickups video. I've been to the car boot, yes. It was still shit though. Got up. I thought I'd go half an hour earlier because my car boot's always shit. I thought I'd go half an hour earlier, see if that makes a difference, but it's still exactly the same. It's supposed to open at 8. I got there at 7:30, just before 7:30, and it's still exactly the same. There's quite a few people around because of the sun, but it's still rubbish. Other people talk about getting there ahead of the dealers. I don't think not sure I have that problem, because most of the people who seem to get there before I do are like old African grandmas. You'll see her coming away with bags full of like clothes. So I don't think they're my competition, but they're the ones. They're the sorts of people you see coming away from the car boot early. I am starting to notice some like blokes walking around with backpacks on, like empty backpacks. I'm guessing they're my competition, but I don't know. There was no games, or there were games, but they're nothing worth having. Anything remotely game related, I saw on the first circuit round, and then it had gone by the second circuit. So I have to make do. I don't know what it is. I think it's probably because it's in a school. It's in a school playground, so it's not in a field, and it's obviously got a hard footing, so there's no fear of it being like called off because of the rain, because like too much mud or anything. But it does have a limit. There is a limit to how many cars they can have, but it's rubbish. All the times I've been, I've only ever had one decent score. I've had bits here and there, but only ever one properly decent score. So I thought I'd show you my pickups. I'm a bit hasty with this because oh bollocks! Wait there, forgotten something. The result of a trade. I've done a trade, but I have trouble. I've trouble saying. I'll get to the trade in a minute, but I have trouble saying the username. It's a bit of a weird one, so I have to read it off. Well, here we are. Yeah, but I'll leave it to the end anyway. But it's there, just in case. Right. What am I on? I was going to have a chat, but I could be here for ages. No, this is what I do. I wanted to ask some advice off of people. Just one thing I've noticed. I've got all my games upstairs, but the windows in my house are quite big. So each room, or most of the rooms, have a lot of light coming in, and it's west facing, so it gets direct sunlight at least once a day, properly like direct sunlight. I mean, in my room in the morning gets direct sunlight, and then direct sun. The sun's just coming around at the moment. That's why I'm trying to be quick. So it's quite difficult to know where to put my games. And I've noticed a few of them have started bleaching in the sun, and so I've had to sort of think of a way around it. I've noticed it's more some games than others. Xbox games seem to be a bit susceptible. That's not even a word. Susceptible to bleaching, and any games with cardboard boxes. But PlayStation games, PS1 and PS2, which I've also got over there, they don't seem to be that affected. Strange. But as it is, I've got them under a sheet as a sort of a temporary measure. I don't want to get too comfortable, so that's why I put them under a sheet. I thought of moving them into a different room, but then I could get too comfortable with that as an alternative, and it's not an ideal. So I thought if I just put them under a sheet, it's a good temporary alternative, because it is only temporary. So if anybody's got any suggestions about storage, I was thinking of getting a bathroom cabinet, because you can normally arrange them like a CD case. I think that's sort of what I'm after, like a CD tower, but with a door on it. And I've been looking, and you can get some quite good ones, but with doors, just to protect from the direct sun. But don't know. Any suggestions? I'll gladly listen to them if anybody's got any. I've been looking on eBay for stuff. I just wanted to ask anybody if they've noticed a similar trend. Actually, this is more to do with Amazon, actually, and less eBay, more Amazon, because Amazon doesn't have photos, does it? And obviously, you have to be pretty certain that you get what you're going to be getting. So, on quite a few occasions, I always sort of if the description's a bit dodgy, I'm not too confident about what I'm getting, I'll email the seller to get a response. And on more than one occasion, it doesn't matter if I've had a response or not. as soon as I've messaged them, the price goes up. I messaged the seller on Amazon called Greener Books. They're quite a big seller, actually. They've got quite a lot of feedback. They're called Greener Books, and I didn't even get a proper reply. It was just like an automated reply, and it didn't even have any sort of. I said, "Can you give me some more?" It was Strider 2 on the PS1. They had it for just under. Had it for $18.99, which is quite a good price. But no details at all. No details. So I said, "Can you give me some more details?" But they just sent this automated message with no extra description about the contents or the condition. None of that. And then I thought, oh, okay, brilliant. But then the price went up to 31. It went up £13. Okay, if that's your bag, that's Greener Books. That's the sort of thing they do. So if you don't be surprised if you ever email Greener Books on Amazon. That's what they'll do. And it's happened to me before with other sellers. It's just a bit underhanded. But anyway, that's enough of that. I think I'm going to go and get on to the stuff that I've got. I've got 3 DVDs as well. Oh shit! 3 DVDs, 2 from HMV and one from Charity Shop. I got this yesterday. Eastbound and Down. I saw this on Sky 3. It was one episode on Sky 3 when Sky 3 was Sky 3, and they had like a free weekend, sort of a preview weekend for people who don't pay for Sky. And I'm never going to pay for Sky, just out of principle. But I took full advantage and watched Eastbound and Down. They had the very first episode, and I thought it was brilliant. Really dirty humour, sort of coarse, and I thought it was really funny. I can't really remember much of it, but all I remember is it was really funny. And that was $1.99. And it's only I think it's only 6 episodes, but it was really funny. A film I've wanted to see for ages, but never seen it. So I just dazzling myself. Never seen it in HMV, and this time I saw it. It was only £4. It's called Greenberg with Ben Stiller. What it is, he's like a time-travelling cop who doesn't play by the rules, and he has to. The future gets sort of changed, and he has to. You know, it's complicated. And nice bollocks. Actually, don't believe that. I was trying to make up just for a joke, trying to make up a storyline. Because let's face it, it doesn't look like that, does it, from the front cover? Now, it's pretty much what it is. It's a misanthrope's, a slacker misanthrope's redemption. That's pretty much what it is. It's redemption for slacker misanthropes. Really, really good. I really enjoyed it. I've already watched it. And another film I've already watched, but I rented it a few years ago and only got around to buying it now. Is don't know how to pronounce this. I pronounce it Synecdoche, New York, but it's a bit of a mind bender. That one, bit of a mind bender. Highly recommended, but be careful because it is a bit of a mind bender, and you'll get a bit lost by the end. But I think you're supposed to just accept it because you're supposed to get lost. I've been collecting PS1 cases. If I ever see any PS1 games out and about that I'm not interested in, but they have good cases, as long as they're crack free and pretty much crack free and all in one. I don't mind about scratches, and as long as they're around about 50p. More than 50p, if they're 51p, for instance, then I don't bother. But as long as they're 50p or under, basically my plan is to get as many as I can, because it's always good to have spares for PS1 cases, obviously. Like with Dreamcast cases, it's always good to have those as well, spares. But what I'm planning on doing, because obviously I'll get the game with the case, is I'm going to see if I can look out for a CD wallet, get all the games I don't want, along with all their manuals and covers and stuff, and just put them in the DVD wallet and give it to charity. I'll give people first refusal, but there won't be much good in there. It'll be sports titles and stuff, and I doubt they're titles anyone will want. But it'll just be basically a DVD wallet full of rubbish sports titles. Because see, now I've already got 4. I've got this 4 here. I think these are all generally about 49p each. I've just got another one today, actually. I'll show that in a minute. But yeah, all 49p, and that's pretty much what I'm going to do. But I've been on the lookout for a DVD wallet, but I've not seen any. I always see loads in charity shops, but as soon as I've been looking, I can't find any, which is always the way. What I'm doing. Right, onto the trade. Trade with, no, it's right, Matt, also known as, I'd like to say it's Ahuru, but it's not, obviously. It's Auru, spelled A-U-R-H-U 29. But he's a really cool lad, and after my last pickups video, he just asked if I fancied doing a trade for, because he doesn't put up videos, so I will tell you what I traded him. He wanted Silent Hill 4, The Room, and just sent me a list of stuff, and he actually sent me one more game than I thought I was getting. I didn't intend, I didn't intentionally ask for 2. I was only expecting 1, but he sent me 2 anyway. He sent me Duke Nukem Time to Kill, bollocks, sorry, excuse me, yeah, Duke Nukem Time to Kill, and Duke Nukem Land of the Babes, and they're both in really nice nick, what more can I say? I'm really pleased with those, mate, and thanks for the trade. At Auru29, I know people struggle with my username. Maybe I'm not. No, I'm not okay. Or who? I'm sure I'm sort of close. You know, I've said it a few times. I'm hoping I'm sort of close. But cheers, mate. I really appreciate it. And I hope yours was in good enough nick, because like I said, I did test it, and my my Xbox was, I don't know, it had a bit of a funny 5 minutes. It spat the game out and it was spinning in place. But that's nothing to do with the disc, it's more to do with my Xbox. I think it's dust. I'm hoping it's dust, but it's done that a couple of times. And it made this nasty grinding noise. But yeah, right. Well, I don't know what order to do these. The little pile there. What order to do them in? Don't mind me while I rearrange them. I sort of vaguely know what order they're in. Oh, that'll do. Yeah, sod it. In my last pickups video, I bought a game called Allied General, and from a charity shop for £2, I've got its precursor, Panzer General. Don't know. I've not actually played the first one, so I just thought it'd be nice to have both. You don't often see it, and these are sort of vaguely collectible, so if I do really hate both of them, I thought it'd be nice to sell them on as a pair, because you don't often see the pair. You don't often see the other game, the sequel, but you know, I thought it'd be nice to sell them on. I'm not expecting any sort of big bucks for these at all, but I don't know. It's sort of like grid and statistics based strategy. Just, pardon me, excuse me, bare bones. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. That's not gonna come up anyway, is it? But Panzer General, that's £2 in the charity shop, and in the same charity shop, a game is actually on my list. I was never going to buy it in this nick, but I took a gamble, and the actual insides aren't too bad. They're better than they look, judging by the outside. It's Warhammer Dark Omen. I had Warhammer Shadow of the Horned Rat. It was the first mission, the first battle on a demo disc, and it just bamboozled me. So I'm determined to give it a go. I've got the other Shadow of the Horned Rat on my list as well, but I just really want to give them a go. I've always RTSs are the sort of games I've always, you know, I like the idea of, but they're just, I don't know. Like I said, they bamboozle me because my brain doesn't work fast enough. But one day I'll get around to it. Separate, there's a definite day. That one. I'll bring it out first anyway. From Cash Converters in Watford, Ape Escape 2. I like Ape Escape. I like the first Ape Escape, so it stands to reason. And it's not a game. Generally, if I like a game, they're not games you often see. Yeah. I think it's pretty much more of the same. From the PS1 game. And the PS1 game's good. It's all about the sort of dual analog controls. These are all well out of order. Way out of order. Not out of order as in you're well out of order, but not in chronological order. But I had a bit of I went on a bit of a tour last week. Just sort of took one day and just plotted out a route and went from one place to the other place, and it just took me ages, but I actually got it all done. And I didn't do too bad. The first thing I saw was another game I've been looking out for, Taito Legends 2 on the Xbox, although there's obviously been a label on the inside. Yeah, there's obviously been a label on the inside. They've stuck it on the sleeve that someone's tried to get off, and that is actually ripped on the inside. That's ripped, sorry, that side, ripped sleeve there. But it was £2. The disc has got a big scratch in it, but it does work. I've got the PS2 version of this, but it's worth having the Xbox version as well, because it's got Ray Force, Pop and Pop, Bubble Symphony and Cash. Whereas the PS2 version has different oh there you go, no. Yeah, the PS2 version has different games on it. It's strange really, because the actual presentation is different to the PS2 version, which is odd. Maybe they're produced by different companies, or maybe, have I? Just check I haven't got a... Where have I? Have I? I might have. No, I haven't. Not that it make any difference, but I thought I might have a... I thought I might have bought a foreign game, but I haven't. No, it's fine. But it's got one of my favourite games on, Growl, and I've already had a go on Growl, and it's just as good on the Xbox version as it is on the PS3 version. Also known as Runark, that you can get on the Mega Drive, the Japanese Mega Drive. But I've checked out gameplay footage of Runark, the Mega Drive version, and it's rubbish in comparison. So this is obviously the best platform, and it looks like you might be able to have 4 players in this, because the arcade machine was a 4-player arcade machine, and when you boot this up, first go into it on Growl. This is Growl, by the way. Growl. It says player 1, 2, 3, 4 start. So maybe with the facility for the Xbox to have 4 controllers, maybe that does mean you can have 4 players. I don't know. I've only got 2 Xbox controllers anyway, so I'll never be able to test it out. But I do know that you can't have more than 2 on the PS2 version. But this one, in a charity shop that I've never seen video games, you rarely even see anything other than clothes or books. Sonic Collection, Mega Collection on the Xbox, and that was £2 again. And I have gone on record saying I'm not the biggest Sonic fan, but that's not to say I don't like it. It's just I don't get as enthusiastic about it as other people do. But it's such a brilliant value collection of stuff, like 7 Sonic games, 6 Game Gear Sonic games, and 7 unlockables. What's that? That's 20 games in total. 20 games, 20 Sonic games. I mean, you know, if you're having Sonic Withdrawal, that's the collection for you, isn't it? What was this? This was 25p from Cash Converters. It's Full Spectrum Warrior. I try not to play too many like realistic, real world war games, but this does look pretty good, and it's not really a first person, third person shooter. It's tactical. You have to plot. I don't really know actually. I do know it's not the same as the sort of a standard shooter. It's more squad command, and it looks really good, and it's supposed to be really good. And I do remember, and it's obviously got the blurb. And you have to believe the blurb on the front, don't you? But I do remember it when I had my Xbox, and I used to read reviews and read magazines and stuff. But yeah. Right, some pretty good stuff coming up now. This is going to be another long one, so I'm going to have to split this into 2 again. Excuse me. So this will be the first half, so I'll probably cut it off here. See you later.